Is traffic from LLMs shrinking? There was a pretty conclusive sounding headline published in the Search Engine Journal by Kevin Indig, which made that claim. And frankly, I think it overstates its case and is really off base. It panders to SEOs who want to deny the impact that AI is having on search, especially with Google AI overviews and the growth of platforms like ChatGPT. A lot of respect for Kevin and his effort to quantify what's happening in AI, but the reality is we're still way too early for anybody to do that. And right now, our big AI platforms aren't helping us. When you look at the article, there's some things that are pretty obviously problematic. The data underneath it is far too small. The sources are really not well disclosed. We have no context for what's happening around these websites that are being quoted as demonstrably representative of what's happening with LLM traffic. There's also problems with just the availability of data from LLMs. ChatGPT and others are not publishing this data. They're not making it available to the public. They're not making it available even privately to those using APIs or paid plans. So almost all of this requires guesswork. You're relying on smaller analytics firms that are trying to track clicks outbound from one source to another, or relying on things like browser extensions that track user behavior. They overlook one of the biggest things that we see happening with LLMs, that they really aren't behaving like a typical website. Most people use LLMs through apps. Even when they are using LLMs on a web browser, they're often staying logged in within a single browser session so that to and from traffic really doesn't mean as much as if they were going to my website, where again, there is no login feature. It just fundamentally misunderstands them. People are also not using them like search engines, where they might go into a search on Google, click on a search button, then click on a result and leave Google behind for a while and then navigate back. That just isn't how people use ChatGPT, and almost everything you click on opens in a new window, so you're never really leaving behind your AI experience. So when you see someone out there making a big claim like this, and if you see people repeating claims like this, call it into question. Ask about the size of the data sample. Ask about how they're getting access to that information. Make sure you understand things that could naturally influence some of that data and some of that performance before you start to change your marketing strategy to it.